What if one of the most powerful healing tools in the world has been sitting in your kitchen spice rack this whole time, and you never even knew it? Most people walk right past it. They use it to season a curry, maybe toss a few into some rice, and forget about it completely. But what if eating just two of these tiny dried buds every single day for 1 week could quietly change the way your body feels, functions, and heals? The answer is going to surprise you. And by the end of this video, you will not look at this spice the same way ever again. Before we go any further, if you are someone who cares about your health and wants to know what nature has already given us, hit that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, and share this with one person in your life who needs to hear it. It could genuinely make a difference for them. Now, let us get into it. We are talking about cloves, just cloves. Those small, dark, nail-shaped dried flower buds that most of us ignore. They come from the Syzygium aromaticum tree, originally grown in the Maluku Islands of Indonesia, and they have been used in traditional medicine for over 2,000 years. Ancient Chinese healers used them. Ayurvedic medicine depended on them. Even medieval European doctors considered cloves more valuable than gold by weight. But the modern world forgot about them. We swapped natural remedies for quick fixes. And in doing so, we left behind something genuinely remarkable. So what makes cloves so special? Why are researchers, nutritionists, and natural medicine experts paying closer attention to them now? The answer is one word: eugenol. Eugenol is the primary active compound in cloves. It is an essential oil, and it is extraordinarily powerful. In scientific studies, eugenol has shown strong antibacterial effects, meaning it can kill or slow down harmful bacteria in the body. It has antifungal properties, which means it fights fungal infections that conventional medicine often struggles to treat without side effects. And it is a potent anti-inflammatory agent, which matters more than most people realize. Because inflammation is not just about swelling or pain. Chronic low-grade inflammation is now linked to heart disease, diabetes, depression, joint degeneration, and even certain cancers. Eugenol works directly against that process at a cellular level. But cloves are not a one-trick spice. Beyond eugenol, they contain vitamin K, which your blood needs to clot properly and your bones need to stay strong. They contain manganese, a mineral critical for brain function and bone development. They are high in fiber, which supports your gut. And they carry one of the highest antioxidant densities of any food ever measured. According to the ORAC scale, which measures how well a food fights free radicals, cloves rank extraordinarily high. Higher than blueberries, higher than pomegranate, higher than most superfoods that cost 5 times as much. Now here is where things get genuinely interesting. What actually happens inside your body when you eat just 2 cloves every single day for 7 days straight? Let us go through this day by day. Not in vague terms, in specific, realistic, honest detail. Day 1 and 2. Your digestive system is the first thing to respond. Cloves naturally stimulate the production of digestive enzymes. These are the chemicals your gut uses to break down food and extract nutrients from it. When enzyme production increases, your body processes food more efficiently. The result? You feel less heavy after meals. Bloating that you might have gotten used to starts to ease. Gas and discomfort become less frequent. Many people notice this within the first 2 days, and they are often surprised by how significant the difference feels for such a small change. Day 3 and 4. The antibacterial effects start to show up in a way you can actually see and smell. Your oral health begins to improve. The bacteria in your mouth that cause gum inflammation, bad breath, and plaque buildup are sensitive to eugenol. Cloves essentially create an environment in your mouth that is hostile to harmful microbes. Your breath becomes noticeably fresher. If you have had any mild gum irritation or sensitivity, that may begin to settle. Dentists have known about clove oil for oral health for generations, and there is a reason it has stayed in dental practice for so long. Day 5. Blood circulation improves. Cloves have a natural warming effect on the body because eugenol dilates blood vessels slightly. This means blood moves more freely through your system. If you sometimes feel cold in your hands and feet, you may notice a change around day 5. There is also evidence that this improved circulation supports cardiovascular health more broadly, helping the heart work with a little less resistance. Day 6. Your immune system gets a measurable boost. Cloves are rich in antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress in immune cells, allowing them to function more effectively. If you had been fighting off mild congestion, a lingering scratchy throat, or that low energy feeling that comes before a cold fully develops, many people find that it starts to lift around this point. Breathing can feel clearer. The heaviness in the chest or sinuses begins to ease. Day 7. By the end of the week, something more holistic happens. Energy levels rise, not in a jittery, artificial way like caffeine, more like a quiet steadiness. Cloves help regulate blood sugar by improving how your cells respond to insulin, and when blood sugar is more stable, your energy does not spike and crash throughout the day. Cravings for sweet foods often reduce. Some people also report that their skin looks slightly clearer, which makes sense when you consider how much inflammation and blood circulation affect skin health. 7 days, 2 cloves a day, and you can genuinely feel the difference. Now, you might be wondering how to actually use cloves in your daily life beyond just eating them plain, which, if you have ever tried, you know can be quite intense. So let us go through some specific, practical, and highly effective ways to use cloves as natural medicine for different health concerns. Here is something that would mean the world to this channel. If you have made it this far and you are finding this genuinely useful, pause for just 1 second. Drop a comment below saying cloves so we know you are here and learning with us. Every comment tells YouTube this content is worth sharing, and if you have not subscribed yet, now is the perfect moment. We are building a community of people who take their health seriously, and we want you in it. Now let us get into the remedies. For digestion and bloating, the simplest method is clove tea. Take 3 to 4 whole cloves and boil them in 1 cup of water for 5 minutes. Drink it warm after your main meal. The enzymes it activates will help break down food more efficiently, and the antispasmodic properties will calm cramping and reduce gas. This is especially effective for people who struggle with irritable digestion or who feel heavy and uncomfortable after eating. For blood sugar management and diabetes support, try clove water. Take 2 cloves and soak them overnight in a glass of plain water. First thing in the morning, before you eat anything, drink that water. Research suggests that the compounds released overnight help sensitize cells to insulin and reduce the blood sugar spike that comes after your first meal. Over time, this simple ritual may contribute to better overall glucose control. For coughs, sore throats, and respiratory congestion, combine 2 crushed cloves with 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Take this before you go to sleep. Honey coats the throat and carries the eugenol deep into irritated tissues. Together, they reduce bacterial activity and calm inflammation. Many people find this works better than over-the-counter cough syrups, without the drowsiness or chemical aftertaste. For toothaches and gum pain, mix 2 drops of clove essential oil with 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. Apply it gently with a clean fingertip directly to the painful area. Eugenol is a natural analgesic. It numbs the area, reduces the bacteria causing the infection, and brings down swelling. This is not a permanent fix for a dental problem, but it is a genuinely effective way to manage pain while you address the root cause. For arthritis and joint pain, try a warm clove-infused oil massage. Heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a small pan, add 5 crushed cloves, and let them infuse over low heat for about 5 minutes. Strain out the cloves. Once the oil is comfortably warm, massage it into your knees, wrists, or any joint that gives you trouble. The anti-inflammatory compounds absorb through the skin, reduce local inflammation, and the warmth improves blood flow to the joint. People with chronic joint pain often find regular use reduces their reliance on over-the-counter pain medication. For heart health and blood circulation, prepare a clove and ginger tea in the morning. Boil 2 cloves with a thin slice of fresh ginger in 2 cups of water for 5 minutes. Drink it warm, ideally before breakfast. Both ingredients are vasodilators, meaning they help blood vessels relax and widen. Together, they support healthy circulation, reduce the workload on the heart, and provide a gentle, natural energy boost that lasts through the morning without the mid-morning crash that comes with coffee for many people. For immune support and daily energy, try grinding 2 cloves with a small piece of cinnamon stick into a fine powder. Add this to your smoothie, your oatmeal, or even stir it into your morning coffee. Cinnamon amplifies the blood sugar regulation benefits of cloves while adding its own anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Used together daily, they create a compounding effect on immune function and energy stability. For stress and anxiety, there is a lesser-known but remarkably effective approach: clove inhalation. Crush 3 to 4 cloves and drop them into a bowl of steaming hot water. Lean over the bowl, drape a towel over your head to trap the steam, and inhale slowly and deeply for 5 to 10 minutes. Eugenol acts on the nervous system as a natural relaxant. The aromatic compounds travel through the nose directly to the brain. Many people report feeling noticeably calmer within just a few minutes. This is not a placebo. There is real neurological activity happening when you inhale eugenol steam. For sinus headaches and nasal congestion, use the same steam method, but add a teaspoon of dried peppermint or eucalyptus leaves to the hot water alongside the cloves. The combination becomes powerfully decongestant. The steam opens blocked sinuses, the eugenol fights the bacteria or virus causing the congestion, and the mint creates a cooling, clearing sensation that provides relief within minutes. For fungal infections on the skin, particularly athlete's foot, make a clove foot soak. Boil 10 cloves in 2 cups of water for 10 minutes. Let it cool to a comfortable temperature. Soak your affected feet for 20 minutes daily. The eugenol is strongly antifungal, and consistent daily soaking can clear stubborn skin fungus over a couple of weeks. It is gentler than many topical antifungal creams and does not cause the skin irritation that chemical treatments sometimes produce. For nausea and motion sickness, combine 2 crushed cloves with a slice of lemon in a cup of hot water. Steep for 10 minutes and sip it slowly. This combination settles the stomach, reduces the nervous system response that triggers nausea, and works without the drowsiness that comes from many anti-nausea medications. It is particularly helpful for morning nausea, travel sickness, or the queasiness that sometimes follows a heavy meal. For lower back pain and muscle spasms, try a clove and mustard oil liniment. Gently heat half a cup of mustard oil in a small pan. Add 10 to 12 crushed cloves and keep the heat very low for 5 minutes. Let it cool and strain out the cloves. Use this oil to massage the painful area firmly. Mustard oil penetrates deep into muscle tissue, and the eugenol it now carries reduces inflammation and relaxes muscle spasms. People who use this regularly describe it as one of the most effective natural pain treatments they have ever tried. For sore throats and laryngitis, a clove and salt gargle is highly effective. Crush 2 cloves and add them to a glass of warm water with half a teaspoon of sea salt. Gargle with this for 30 seconds, 3 to 4 times a day. The salt draws fluid out of inflamed tissues to reduce swelling, and the eugenol attacks the bacteria directly on the surface of the throat. It is faster and more targeted than most remedies, including many conventional ones. For memory and mental focus, try a clove and walnut tonic. Blend 2 crushed cloves with a handful of walnuts and a cup of milk, or any plant-based milk you prefer, until completely smooth. Drink this regularly in the morning. Cloves improve circulation to the brain, helping more oxygen-rich blood reach your neurons. Walnuts provide omega-3 fatty acids that are essential for cognitive function. Together, they make a brain health tonic that works at the biological level, not just the motivational one. And for persistent bad breath that does not go away with regular brushing, try this old remedy that still works better than most modern products. Place 1 whole clove in your mouth and suck on it gently. After a minute, crush it lightly with your back teeth to release the oils. Let the eugenol coat the inside of your mouth. It kills the odor-causing bacteria at their source. The effect can last for hours. No mints, no sprays, no chemical fresheners needed. Now, before you rush to the kitchen, there are important things you need to know. Because like anything powerful, cloves must be used with awareness. Do not exceed 2 to 3 cloves per day. More than that can irritate the lining of your stomach and cause nausea or discomfort. The goal is consistency at a safe dose, not more being better. If you are taking blood-thinning medication, talk to your doctor before using cloves regularly. Eugenol has mild anticoagulant properties, meaning it can slow blood clotting. Combined with medication that does the same thing, the effect could become too strong. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, always consult a healthcare provider first. Cloves in food amounts are generally considered safe, but concentrated use goes beyond that. And always either chew cloves slowly or dissolve them in water before consuming. Do not swallow whole, dry cloves. They can be too harsh on the stomach lining and present a choking risk if swallowed intact. One final word before we close, and this one is worth sitting with. We live in a world that has made health feel complicated, expensive, out of reach for many people. But sometimes the most powerful medicine is the one that has been around for centuries, that costs almost nothing, and that your grandmother probably knew about. Cloves are not magic. They are not a cure for serious illness, but they are a genuine, scientifically supported, naturally occurring compound that your body responds to in measurable and meaningful ways. 2 cloves a day, 7 days, that is it. Your digestion improves, your immune system strengthens, your circulation gets better, your blood sugar stabilizes, your pain reduces, your breath freshens, your energy lifts, and all of this from something that costs less than 1 cup of coffee for an entire month's supply. The real question is not whether cloves work. The science has answered that clearly. The real question is whether you are willing to give your body something it can actually use. Something real, something simple, something that has been working for human beings for 2,000 years before we started outsourcing our health to a pharmacy counter. Start small, be consistent, pay attention to what your body tells you, and give it a full 7 days before you judge. If this video gave you something useful today, something you can actually apply, then do one thing before you close this tab. Share it with someone who needs it. A parent dealing with joint pain, a friend who keeps getting sick, someone struggling with blood sugar or stress or bad sleep. This information belongs to everyone. Pass it on. And if you have not already, subscribe to the channel so you never miss content like this. We are just getting started. Nature gave us everything we need. We just have to pay attention.